everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 85 of Direwolf20's FTB Skies Expert Let's Play Through. I'm today gonna make, I think, a Quantum Bridge card. We'll see how this works. Trying to remember how the Quantum Bridge card works. Do you just need any Quantum Bridge and you're good, or do you have to have one dedicated to the card? I guess we'll find out. I'm deciding to just like make it right here, just because like there's so many fluids and stuff involved that I figured it would be smart to just like teach it how to be made. Now in order for this to work though, we are going to need some Calorite space plating. So Quantum Bridge card does require Calorite space plating, so let's get that automated today, because that's going to be a big part of our next automation anyway, right? And then we'll start to see like what's involved in doing that. So Calorite space plating is going to be this, right? And then the things we're going to need to do are, I do want to do some of those, but we'll get there in a minute. So dimensionally attuned Calorite plate and then force plates. So force plates should be easy. And then force ingots should equally be easy, unless there's like an even better way to do this. Nope. So we're just going to do that. Easy peasy. And then dimensionally attuned Calorite plate is something made in a pressurized reaction chamber only. Which is going to need liquid methane, which we have, resonant ender gas, which I feel like we already have, right? Do we have resonant ender gas? We have resonant ether. And that's resonant ether gas. So we need to decondentrate that from resonant ether. Cool. Okay. And then that's going to be a gas. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a challenge. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge. How do we do that, folks? How indeed do we do that? Okay, that's going to be a thing. That's going to be a whole thing. So, how indeed? Because I would like to be able to just like on demand it, right? But the trick will be, so we would need to put 100 millibuckets of resonant ether into a decondensator at the same time that we're putting 250 millibuckets of liquid methane and a Calorite plate into another machine, possibly this one. Well, you know, so we can do resonant ether gas, because there are gas cards, aren't there? I think there are. Because we have fluid storage cells. Aren't there gas storage cells? Chemical storage cells? Yes. 1K ME chemical storage cell. So that actually might be doable. So what we could say is this is how we make this. Though I don't like those numbers, right? That's a really tiny number. I don't want to go 1 millibucket. I want to go like 0.1 and 0.1, right? Because I don't want it to be too goofy, right? I think 0.1 to 0.1 is probably good. And then that'll store the chemical in the thing, and that would be cool. So what we're going to want then is a rotary condensator. We probably want more crafting CPUs at some point soon. Especially with all like the dedicated craftings we've been doing. We could go with 16K. That should be fine. All right. So rotary condensator done and ready to go. And then we're going to need the pressurized reaction chamber, right? So for that, no crafting CPUs available. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I should get my enrichment chamber going though first. Boy, whatever I just kicked off the craft for is taking a sweet time. I did ask for a lot, to be fair. I did kind of ask for a lot, didn't I? This is why I'm making more crafters. because we've gotten to the point where we have a lot of crafting happening all at once, especially with all these automated crafts going on in the background. Which, in fairness, the lava won't be forever, because soon-ish we should have infinite lava from the thing we set up last episode, but we'll see. Come on, almost there. Making progress. Alright, so let's figure out where this is going to live for a minute, because clearly we could use some stuff in that realm. Maybe over here we start expanding on this side of the base, because I feel like that would be smart. Yeah. So what do we got going on here? We've got 7 channels in use. And are you P2P'd over there, or not really? You're not P2P'd. You probably should be, right? I should P2P that, and then that would be smart. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And then we will consider expanding out in this direction and just having more automations over here, because we've reached the point where, like, we've got 60 channels in use over here. Like, let's settle down with that side of the base being where all the automation occurs and start getting some other sides balanced out a little bit. So let's get a building gadget. Let's horizontal wall, and let's get some cobble. It's moments like this where I kind of miss. That feels pretty good, right? And how are we for that? Not terrible. And yeah, I could Feral Flare Lantern it, but it's all good. Alright, so now what we'd want to do then is under here, let's get some P2P happening. Okay. Just a little bit of P2P. And then you can go away, and you can go away. Right? And this will just give me another place with which to do some automations. Because, like I said, I'm getting kind of crowded over in that area on the other side. So let's get a wrench of some kind to work with. Are my P2Ps done yet? Done enough. Oh, and I may have put away a little too much cobble. Alright, so you're gonna disconnect on that dude. And then we're gonna have a P2P. Dense. Why are you being all... Oh, yeah, no, that actually is right. P2P. And then you're going to be a new configuration. Right? And then... let's do... what do we want here? The little quartz... dudes, quartz fibers. Get a few of them, please. Because we're going to need power on this line. So quartz fiber, and then Fluix cable. Alright, so now you're online. And what we'd want to do is say P2P load that dude. And now you're 2 online, you're 2 channels in use, and that's looking pretty good. Cool. Now, meanwhile, I would like to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's get the 16K crafters. And then the coprocessors. And what I might do is, because I can do this, right? Temporarily, I'm going to do this. and that should bring everything back online. But I would like to now, is it this, or do I shift click these? I forget. There we go. That, and then 16Ks times 4. Kick off another batch of those. We're short on tin ingots. Okay, today I realized we need to automate tin. So this has been like my, whenever I run into this situation, what I do is the following. I teach this dude how to Crusher Spirit whatever resource we're low on, and then give it a smelter recipe. Okay, and I think we're going to need another ME requester available. And while that's crafting, I'm going to go put this dude in here. That there. Just clean that out of my inventory. So you're going to be a plate recipe, which I think we're up here. Okay. And then you guys are the ones that I'm working on and getting stuff ready for. And why do I keep having thermal evaporation blocks in my inventory? Every time I look, there's one there. I don't know how that happens. And then what I'd like to do, so my requesters are actually close to full, but not quite. But now I can do 10 ingots, right? So it's happy now, but I want 128 and 32 at a time. And check. And now it should be missing ingredients. Really? Oh, because you have the wrong tin dust recipe? So that should be quick. And then we'll just swap these two out. And now he's cooking. Perfect. Awesome. So now it's keeping the tin dust in stock for me, right? And the requester is crafting. And then I'll just get another requester there ready to go. I love ME requesters, dude. They are super cool. They are kind of super cool. So like it always keeps a little bit available for me, right? And it'll auto craft on demand kind of deal. Now I can bump up my next 4 of these. And if we need more than are currently available, it'll just craft the extras that it needs, but then it'll keep the others in stock. So it'll like resubmit a new set of ingredient. Like it's pretty awesome. My humble opinion. Sweet. So crafting coprocessor units. Crafting units? How come there's only 2 crafting units there? Shouldn't I have 4 of these? What happened to the other 2? Did they get used for something? Ooh, and we're volatile substrate we're low on. Really? I thought we had something automated for that. I'm gonna have to look into that. Why is that low? It's an exceptional question. Why is that low? Do we not have volatile substrate available? I guess not. So that's just volatile redstone and substrate, right? I'm surprised to see that's not automated already. In a fluid encapsulator. We're low on substrates. I know we have a bunch-ish over here. Weren't we doing something with substrates over here? What was the deal? Oh, that's right, you were making HDPE sheets, weren't you? Yeah, I remember you now. Yeah, you were export busing substrates. Did we not do a thing where you make substrates, though? Yeah, what's the deal with substrates? We should probably have them somehow being crafted. So it's ethylene with 1 makes 8. That's interesting. or the biofuel. So the production of ethylene, which I thought we were doing something over here with, weren't we? Are we just export busing ethylene? No, we're making it over here. Oh, that's right. We decided to do it here. Okay, got it. That's what I did. We made ethylene that way. Okay, that's cool. So we should have, like, infinite ethylene, right? In theory, yes. And is this liquid ethylene? It is. How are we for channels over here? Not great. All right, that's fair. We could do something about that, though, right? Because I have an idea. I have an idea, and it's a good idea, and I like the idea, and it's what we're going to do. We're going to... do we have oxygen over here that's handy? We are exporting oxygen. Awesome. And that's liquid oxygen? Yes. No, that's actually oxygen. That's not liquid oxygen. That's oxygen. So what if we moved this setup, right? Because substrates are water plus ethylene. Oh, so it makes oxygen. Okay, so we just void that, right? Yeah, so we could dump water plus ethylene. Yeah. We're going to move this. Okay, and we're going to move this. Cool. Meh, we'll leave it for now. This is going to move down to here, and then we're just going to basically, very, very basically, get you, and probably one or two more of those. Okay, and then you're going to be this dude, and then for your sidedness, you're going to have, it's liquid ethylene, right? No, it's ethylene. It's not liquid ethylene, it's ethylene. Make substrate, not liquid ethylene, which is what we have here. Okay. So I need to turn that into, with a rotary condensator, regular ethylene. Okay. Now, do we have water here? I feel like we have water here, right? We have to have water here somewhere. Or am I going to have to use another channel for that? What I could do is add water here. Is that cool? Okay. So now you're doing water. Everybody's happy. And then let's make sure that we extract fluids on blue channel, maybe? That sound cool? Channel 3. That sounds good. Well, let's do like channel 11 for blue. And that will be a laser IO filter of water, right? So you're going to be this, filtered to water buckets, which should be showing water, but again. So every second, you're going to pull 1,000 millibuckets, and that should be cool, right? On the blue channel. And then what we're probably going to want is, I could probably stick it here and it would work. So your side config for gases is currently set to output on the left now, right? So now if I put this pressurized reaction chamber here, he's going to get that. Cool. And then we put this dude here, and now he's getting power, and he's going to make substrates. So your side config will be the input-output on the top, like we had before, with that, okay? And you're going to be locked this time. So now he's going to push and pull, right? That's cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. And what I would like you to be is not that full. But maybe... So if we did functional storage, if we did this and that, what would that combine down to? But not voiding. I don't even know if I need to. Yeah, I do need to push it down. That's right. Leave that there. And that would be 512. And I think that's fine. Okay. So now I just need you to accept water. Which... Boy, do we have a lot of space for that. I did a bad job of thinking that one through. Because now we have no sides of this block available. What if we moved this to the top? That would probably be cool to do, right? So if we did oxygen and substrates here, oxygen and substrates there, and then we side configured input on the top for items and gases. That should be cool. And then we could laser IO my water into the side here. So your side config for fluids would be input on this side. And you're going to be channel 11, which I'm hoping is connectable easily enough. You're all connected to each other, right? I think so. Well, we're going to find out. Maybe not. That should be working. That works. Okay, that works for me. Okay, so now you guys are cool, right? And you're making infinite substrates. So now all I need to do is fix a little bit of channeling, which shouldn't be too bad, because what I can do is that, and now you've got a free channel available, right? 7 out of 8. And then all I need to do is put a storage bus on this dude. And then we do that, and now we're cool. And now we should have access to all the substrates, right? And then finally, what we can do is make our 2 crafting units now. Cool. Now everybody's happy again. So 16K plus those 2. And then you guys can go back to being cool once this auto crafting is done, which shouldn't take terribly long. I like this. There's so many different things you need to set up, and that's like the true joy of an expert pack, because you need to like solve all these problems. Because there's so many fun automations you can do in modded Minecraft, but in a regular playthrough, you really don't need a lot of them. But in an expert pack, like, you really need to start thinking about that kind of thing. Super cool. Okay. So you're making a bunch of stuff for me, which is nice. I suspect that this is my furnace thingy. I should keep a number of Ostrom ingots in stock, is what I should do. Because those take a long time. We should do like... Oh, it's making one now, so I have to wait. Come on. Yeah, they take a long time to make. I don't want to break these cables because it's currently auto-crafting and it'll mess everything up, but now I don't super mind. Okay, and then now everybody's cool again. I suspect that that's not ideal, actually. What I probably want is not for you to be connected like that, but instead for you to be connected like that, right? So you're doing 8 in that direction. And now you should be, yes, 1 online now. Cool. So those 8 are connected there like that. And that's okay, right? I agree. That's cool with me. Okay, so functional, working, everybody's happy. Now, back to you two, right? So I need another rotary condensator. And now we need our enrichment chamber. And look, we can auto-craft multiple things at once. Hooray! See? Worth putting in that time and effort. Rotary condensator. You. And then you upgrade into a pressurized reaction chamber, which needs... oh, that's right. I need these. It's a weird thing to make me need, but okay. Shouldn't be too terrible. Very weird thing to make me need to make. Maybe at some point I'll automate them if it turns out it's really necessary to do so. But I got to assume it's not that common of a need. That's right, we're waiting on you still. We'll have a few extra for later, won't we? There we go, pressurized reaction chamber. So now, the line that we're tapping into over there is this one, which is 7 of 32 channels in use. So we've got a healthy amount of room. So let's put this like here-ish, right? And this is just gonna be where a new line of automation is gonna play out, right? So from here, we're just gonna have regular old Fluix cables coming up, okay? And then we can have some flux. And that's cool, right? So we'll have a pressurized reaction chamber, and we'll have the rotary condensator. And you guys will clear all sides. Except energy, I don't care about that. Because I don't want you pushing or pulling into each other. You're really isolated machines who's going to be managed by the thing here, by the AE system, right? So you're going to get a recipe that says, and let's get a pattern provider here. My goodness, neither one of those placed in the way I wanted them to, did they? All right, so your job will be, yeah, network engineer. All right, what did I do that for? 128 channels, nice. So you're going to be resonant ender, right? So you're going to accept fluids on the back, and gases you're going to eject out the back, right? So now, if I said I wanted one bucket of ether gas, he's cooking, right? Cool. And let's get 32 of these if I can. Nice. Speed. 28 of these. Cool. And then over here, we would have the recipe for this guy. And your job would be to fluids. So you can accept on the for everything can be input, 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 input. Actually, I'll have both input and output. So fluids is input only. Energy should be all sides. And items can be input output. And for items, it should be eject on. And that's cool. So now, if I said I wanted Calorite space plating, we just need that dimensionally attuned dude, right? So Calorite space plating. Actually, no, we need dimensionally attuned in here. Sorry, that doesn't go there. We want it dimensionally attuned. Did we not set up a card for that yet? I'm assuming not. So you go in there, and you're going to take methane, which we already have automated. We have resonant ether gas, which we can make on demand, and Calorite plates, which we just taught how to make. And then we can come over here and do that. And that's cool. Do you not have enough power? That could be the case. Speeds and energies. Oh, look at you shoving that out of the way. That's pretty cool. Now you're happy? How much do you take? Using 316 FE per tick. So that ain't terrible. So if I put you two in there. So you're a little bit slow. But you're using like 1,000 RF per tick. Not terrible. It's not terrible. It's cool, right? And then it works, and we have exactly enough of everything. I'm 100% on board with that. I'm 100% on board with that. All right, so I would call that a wrapping up point for the episode. So at this point now, I can make Calorite space plating, right? Which is this dude. And I assume that goes in here, right? Calorite space plating, quantum assembler recipe. And we should... We're making stabilized fire as we speak. Yep. And then there's your Calorite space plating, and that's cool. And now we can make the infinite range quantum bridge card thing, right? There it is. Nice. Aha. Aha, aha. Quantum bridge card, do all the things. How cool is that? Right? Everything's available. We're just making up that stabilized fire stuff. I like it. Now, before we wrap up, let's make sure that this card works. Then I want to check in on our infinite lava thing, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so quantum card. That goes here, right? Do I have to, like, do anything with that, or is that cool? Seems cool. Let's see if this works from here. Whoosh! Wireless out of range. Why wireless out of range? I have to do something with that card? That's what we have to figure out. I'm not sure. Oh, I need to put a little dude here, don't I? Yeah. So I'm gonna need I'm gonna need another quantum bridge. And another linked singularity, because I'm pretty sure these can only be entangled to one singularity at a time, right? It's always a one-to-one with these. So I could snag the singularity out of my space base, but obviously we don't want to do that. So we're going to need another one of these stood up with another quantum singularity. We'll set that up next episode, or maybe even between. I don't know. We'll see. How's this doing, by the way? We are almost 20% of the way there. So slowly but surely working our way towards infinite lava. This guy is, hey, actually backstuffing pretty nicely. That's cool. You've actually got pretty close to backstuffed Ultramafic. Once you're done filling up, we should be cool. All right, wrapping up point for the episode. Daryl20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll come back next time and have some more fun getting everything automated. For now, take it easy.